Anger still boiling over after an Oval Office visit that Donald Trump described as a really good meeting with great chemistry. Still, Trump's election remains jarring to millions of Americans. Thousands of protesters overnight chanting, among other things, "We reject the president-elect." A second night of protests across the country, tens of thousands taking to the streets in at least 25 cities, with some demonstrations held outside Trump properties. The worst out west in Portland, Oregon, where police publicly declared a riot after protesters smashed car windows and hurled objects at officers. Overnight, Donald Trump tweeting, "Just had a very open and successful presidential election. Now professional protesters, incited by the media, are protesting. Very unfair." Earlier in the day, President-elect Trump, who won the White House by campaigning against Washington as an outsider, has become the ultimate insider.
We now are going to want to do everything we can to help you succeed, because if you succeed, then the country succeeds.
Welcome to his new office by its current occupant, President Obama. After a fierce rivalry that was amplified during a bitter campaign, their first ever visit face-to-face lasting 90 minutes.
Mr. President, it was a great honor being with you, and I look forward to being with you many, many more times.
Sitting for tea and touring the residence, First Lady Michelle Obama and Melania Trump, the first foreign-born First Lady in more than 190 years. And walking the South Lawn, Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law and one of his closest advisors, with the president's chief of staff, Dennis McDonough. After a presidential salute before takeoff, Trump getting a preview of his new life, what it's like to be at the center of the nation's capital and the leader of the free world, with the Senate's top Republican, Mitch McConnell.
Mr. Trump, are you still ready to be president, sir?
Earlier, getting a view from the Capitol,
That's it right there.
where he'll be sworn in as the 45th president. His guide, House Speaker Paul Ryan.
I think we're going to do some absolutely spectacular things for the American people. We look forward to starting. In fact, truthfully, we can't get started fast enough.
Ryan, during the campaign, refusing to defend Trump, now praising him.
The Donald Trump we saw at, 2 or 3 in the morning on Tuesday night was a president.
Among the issues topping President-elect Trump's to-do list, immigration, health care, and job creation. Still, Trump may face strong Democratic opposition. Bernie Sanders on Twitter pledging, if Trump takes people's anger and turns it against Muslims, Hispanics, African Americans, and women, we will be his worst nightmare. At the same time, declining to say whether he would have beaten Trump.
What good does it do now? The election is over.
Less than 9 hours after attacking those protests last night as unfair, President-elect Trump struck a more conciliatory tone this morning, tweeting, "Love the fact that the small groups of protesters last night have passion for our great country. We will all come together and be proud." Still, with the country so divided, one of President-elect Trump's toughest immediate challenges obviously remains making those uncomfortable with him comfortable that he will be the president of all Americans.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.